Welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. I just seen this video on Instagram. I'm not happy. And I'm going to break this bitch down in half. And I was almost with the cops until that last statement that the cop threatened the homeowner. Alright, this video is not easy to watch, especially if you're of color. This video is foul and fracked up. And everybody's wrong in this, especially the cops. Now the cops start off right, because the suspect was wrong. Now again, I like to say this that when I pull a video and when I post a video, I want to be abundantly clear that I have no dog in this fight. But the kid, if he would have just got on the ground instead of running to his house door, probably would have got tased. Now again, that's the start of the whole conflict right there. That's where the kid was wrong. After the cops got him down and tased him, they were fine until he goes, "You're going to get it next," as he's threatening whoever opened the door who doesn't show up on camera. I'm going to show y'all this thing, and then we're going to discuss it. It's titled Police Brutality at its Finest. And it is brutal to watch. Come on, machine. There we go. Really? Yo, where am I playing again?
Stop resisting, dude. Stop resisting. Dad! You're under arrest right now. Do you understand that? You're under arrest. Turn the fuck around. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Dad! Everybody calm down. Yes, I did take it. I did. Yes. You better relax. You're going to get it next. I promise you, you will. What is he going to get next?
I'll play it again, because that officer does not have the right to threaten somebody at their home like that. Hold on. So, first, you never see what led to that. You just see him get out the car, and then you see him, instead of getting on the ground, which would have de-escalated the situation right there. But he didn't get on the ground. So clearly he's some teenage kid or whatever, who has no knowledge of if your ass is brown, you're probably going to go down. So, we're going to play it again. Maybe this time we can watch it together. Hold on, I might be able to make this thing better. That's what that does. Is that what that does? Yeah, that's what that does. Alright. Oh, mother dick. Alright, so we're going to try this again. Right there, he should just got down. See, that's where he fucked up at. And that's where they started going wrong. And he's kind of resisting. That's where he's going wrong. No chill. Just do what the fuck you're told, bro. Here's where they start going from bad to worse. And then she's kneeing him. This is brutality. And here's where their parent goes wrong. And that's where the cop went wrong. And let me tell y'all something. We all saw the same video. I'm gonna pause it. Nope, stop. This right here is where it starts. First and foremost, adrenaline and cops being overzealous. This is a young man, clearly somewhere between 18 and 16. Not realizing that he obviously hasn't been told the rules of being colored and dealing with the police. If you are brown, your ass is going to go down. And if you don't comply, your ass is going to die. These are rules that people need to teach their children who are black. I'm not saying this shit because I'm trying to write a rap song. Alright? It would be a great rap song, but it's not for me to write. It is a true statement that if your ass is brown, you're going to go down. If you don't comply, your ass is going to die. It's no fucking joke when you are of color that the cops don't have a merit. A lot of cops don't have a problem laying down a young brown man or a young man of color, regardless. Mexicans, Asians, blacks, they don't have a problem taking us out. They really don't. And you're supposed to teach your kids this before they are old enough to drive. I was taught this before I was old enough to drive. Be respectful. Yes, sir. If the cops tell you to get down, get the fuck down. The Rodney King ass whooping taught a lot of black people this shit. He checked off. That's where he fucked up. Back here, when he got out, all he had to do was lay right there in that light. Give him the wallet. He's at home. So they're going to have to knock on the door when they find out he might not be 18. Now, from this point here, everything's kind of on him. Right there is where everything is still on him. Because all he had to do was comply so that he won't die. Or go through the clusterfuck that you just watched. And this is where they're jumping him and beating the crap out of him. Which I'm about to do to the people at my door. But, you know, it was done. No. Then Officer Albright here with the bright light and the blonde hair starts kneeing the kid. That's not cool. That's brutality. You know. Then Officer Dudley do wrong. Right there. Threatens the homeowner that he's going to tase him as well. And this is why we have issues with police departments. And this is why we don't need to defund the police. This is why we need to refund the police and give them more psychological training. We also need to teach them that people of color generally are afraid of the cops. And until we also teach our children of color to be respectful and not do what the cops don't tell you to do. The cop tells you to get down, get the fuck down. Lay on your stomach and they will handcuff you. They don't need to put their knees in your back, just comply. In fact, don't even, just stop. Wherever you're about to think about doing, don't do it. Give them your wrists. Soon as they get near you, just hand them your wrists. This works for me. This has worked for me on more than one occasion because I've been handcuffed twice in my life for shit that I didn't even have anything to do with. The stolen car wasn't my fault. My two cousins fighting over a cigarette, smashing a beer bottle on the street, Wasn't my fault. I just happened to be the right guy at the right place at the wrong motherfucking time. Same with the stolen car. I happened to be the right guy at the wrong place at the right motherfucking time driving the stolen car that I didn't know was stolen. Once the officer explained to me while he had his neck hand under my throat and telling me that I stole the car while I got my hand on his gun and telling him, if I want you, I just gotta squeeze my pinky and you're done because your gun leg's on my knee. So he's choking me, not even realizing my hand's already in his holster. Probably sure he doesn't wear those spinny holster thingies no more either, because just because they're fast and cool doesn't mean you know who you're dealing with. Bottom line, this all could have been avoided. Just like my shit could have been avoided had I just not fucking been there. In both situations, I take full responsibility for being there. I take no responsibility for driving a car that I didn't know was stolen and my two cousins fighting over a fucking cigarette. But each time I wound up in handcuffs. And the reason why we all made it through was because I complied. I did what they said. I gave them my hands. We all gave them our hands that night. We all wound up in handcuffs. But with the stolen vehicle, I just gave them my hands. Once everything was explained and had the big brother in the situation stop talking, I probably wouldn't have got in trouble for threatening him because he kept telling me such and such. And I said, dude, you have no idea who the fuck I am. These handcuffs are not constraints. They're fucking weapons. So like I like to tell people, I was dangerous before I joined the Army. The Army just made me a little bit more lethal. Now, you don't have to believe my stories. It's fine. You didn't live them. I did. But in that situation, the young man just needed to calm down and get on the ground. Clearly, he may have done something wrong because he popped on the lights. Also, clearly, he may not have done something wrong due to the fact of his skin tone. They may have just decided he's a suspicious person and we're going to pull him. I've been pulled for looking suspicious. Yeah. But I've also threatened a few people, so I might not have been looking suspicious. They might have been called because I've been threatening people. I once threatened my manager when I worked at Burger King. And I was in the Food Line parking lot when the cops finally showed up. And they had said stuff to me, and I said, well, I can wait all fucking night, because, you know, eventually he's going to come out. And I can threaten him until the cows come home, until I actually do something to him. You can't do shit to me until I actually take apart his fucking head. And so they said, well, we can sit out here all night too. I said, hey, don't make a fuck to me. You can't arrest me until I hit him. And I said, now, if something happens to him while I'm out here, that's not on me and you can't arrest me for that. But until I hit him, it's just a threat. Nowadays, you can't go around threatening people because threats can be taken more seriously. But comply or you might die. If your ass is brown, you're going to go down. It's not no fucking joke. Thanks for watching. And sorry about the background noise.